Okie dokes. 24, 25, 26-hour trip starts right now.
I think it's like 30 hours because we have 3 hours of driving and 3 hours to wait at the airport before a flight. So it's like 29 plus.
Oh, good. 29 hours in one day. I don't know if we can fit it. Let's go. We had to get Timmy's.
Yes. Have a nice day.
Awesome, thank you, you too. Ah, that's our proof. Okay. Okay. We're in our vehicle. We have to get
later
to.
than we would like to be.
Is it?
Well, we wanted to leave Bancroft at 9 and it's 9:24.
We'll make up some time.
But it depends how long it takes our Freedom Mobile. Let's go. Yours is all stretched out. Mine is more compact.
No, mine's better. So you can stretch further. Okay, anyways, we're filling people in here. We're not talking about chargers, my word.
We are.
You are, I'm not. So, we're just leaving Bancroft, 9:26, and we got new shoes on, brand new, so this will be exciting for me.
30 hours of brand new
30
shoes.
hours of brand new shoes.
Maybe not the best choice you've ever made.
That's fine. So leaving,
backups either.
I know, but I like my shoes and they're comfy. Anyways, leaving Bancroft, going to Toronto.
I mean, I'm also wearing slightly wet hiking boots, so I don't know if that's a little better. They're
Oh,
worn in though.
Police on the road. So I scrubbed your boots because that's what New Zealand wants. We're going to New Zealand, by the way. Can you stay on topic, you?
Sorry, it just.
So we're going to Peterborough first, and I know I said Toronto. We're going to Peterborough first. We're going to Freedom Mobile to not cancel our plan, but to transfer our numbers from Virgin to Freedom, and then basically freeze our accounts. You have to pay $15 a month for that. It's ridiculous. Just so we can keep our numbers. And then we're going to purchase gigs off Saley, the eSIM app, or Maya, whatever has a better price. And then we're just going to have gigs going forward. Ashley might have a plan, but who knows.
What?
And then I didn't pay attention for your phone.
Oh. Like I might get a plan, or
Yeah.
I have a plan.
Yeah, so that's Peterborough, and then we go to Toronto, or go to Coburg to drop this car off with my sister and her husband. And then we go to Toronto with mom and dad, who are meeting us at my sister's. And then from Toronto we go to Detroit. And then from Detroit we go to LA. We don't have enough stops or enough hours in between to actually get food in these locations, which is upsetting. It's Detroit pizza, LA burgers or tacos. Sad. And then from there we do a 13-hour flight to Auckland. It's gonna be a long day. Hopefully we can get some sleep in the 13 hours, but then by the time we get there, it's 6 or 7 a.m. 7 a.m. New Zealand time. So basically we're doing a 29-hour day and then starting a whole new day. So if we don't get any sleep in the 13-hour stretch, that's going to be real tough.
You should sleep.
I can't sleep on planes very well. You should give me the window seat.
Okay.
That works for me. You can have
It's
window.
gonna be dark the entire flight too.
You can have window on the way to
LA and Detroit to somewhat even halfway make up the flight to Auckland.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to pick up our speed here because everyone's doing 90. We don't want to do 90. We need to capitalize on our day.
I think we are. We've extended it by several hours.
Actually, we've extended it by several hours, but we're missing an entire day.
Yeah, that's actually true though.
So this is May 20th, 2025, and we're gonna land tomorrow at May 22nd, 2025. So Turkey. So we're entirely missing the whole day. We're going from what is it, Monday to Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday? Oh yeah, because of yes, right. It's Victoria Day. So today's Tuesday. We're going to land Thursday. We're gonna eat her food. We got sausage Ramen drops with extra chipotle, and her points paid for half of it. Bye. Let's just pop in here, give you a little update. So we made it to Peterborough. We got phone plans from Dad found phone plans for us, so we can use our phone like normal in New Zealand and the U.S., which is good, which is nice. So let's jump back to last night, where I had to scrub her hiking boots.
Did you make a video then?
Huh?
Did you make a video then, or you just talking about it?
Right now?
When you scrubbed my hiking?
No, I didn't. I'm just talking about it.
Oh.
So, last night I scrubbed her hiking boots because apparently you have to do that in New Zealand. They don't want any foreign soil or anything like that. Whatever, I don't. Just, whatever. And but I guess I got her waterproof boots a little wet, and so now she's got. Well, you got to show them.
I think you did.
Now she's got her socks, not just on her feet to dry. Because I said take your shoes off and your socks will dry. No, she's got to take them right off. So I'm like, they don't dry in clumps.
My feet and
So
the
then-
socks and my shoes. So everything needs to have space to dry. And you said they can't just be in a clump, which I wasn't gonna do.
Yeah, but still, they can't just be its own sock that's wet and no
Well,
air.
then I can't just put
movement.
on my foot. There's no air movement.
Yeah, there's
then
heat.
I figured.
No, there's heat coming from your foot, passing through and making the. Anyways, it's just an assumption, but I think that would work because I've done it myself. And so, anyways, she sticks them on her hands, and then she said, "What if I put them on the window?" So I put the window down, and she puts her hands with her socks out the window.
I think it's a good idea in a pinch.
We're not in a pinch.
Well, kinda.
Oh, we're still in our own vehicle. Like, not like we're stuck on an airplane. And no, don't put them on me. That's
Does it feel damp to you?
no,
Maybe
they're
I'll flip
dry.
it inside out.
It's just weird. And then I said, "Why are you so weird?" And she says, "Me?" As if I'm the weird one. I don't have socks on my hands going like this.
Are you putting these on YouTube?
There's a putting them on YouTube. But mainly Facebook. Facial bugs. Okay, that's our report. We're going to Coburg now.
Everyone's confused why I'm
It's-
waving at them with the socks.
Well, they're pumas, so if anything, they'll say the puma just waved at me. So we're going to Coburg now. I'm going to get rid of my Subaru, which is sad. Very upset. Our plan is going to run out in about 90 minutes, or I guess maybe like 50, 60, 70 minutes now. That's our update. Next is the airport. Probably catch up to you then. Put your socks on. Update. We're at our gate, Toronto. We're going to Detroit first, and then Detroit to LA. I've never been to LA.
I have.
You have.
They're strict at that airport.
Yes, they are. I've wanted to go to LA since high school. And now I get to go, but only in the building.
No, we get to go
Airport.
outside.
What?
I don't know. You have to walk outside to get to the right terminal for a little bit.
Cool. So I'll be outside in LA in a few hours. That'll be fun. We have snacks. Mom gave us peanut butter filled pretzels. That's it. See you soon, Detroit. Detroit. Made it to Detroit. Next is LA. We're gonna switch. Okay, going to LA. We're gonna get food first. Oh. I don't know if you can hear, but we just did sleep and we slept. I don't have the mic connected, so I don't know if you'll hear very well, but we have almost 6 hours more to go, and we thought we were doing well.
Wait, so we only slept for like 4 hours?
So we only slept for like 4 hours. And I'm tired, and they're doing breakfast now, I think, because the lights just came on. Quick update. It's pizza, not breakfast. We haven't looked at it yet, but it's pizza.
It's like one of those pies in a box, but it's pizza in a box.
It's like Macca's.
It's greasy.
Huh?
It's greasy.
It's like a Macca's, as they call it here.
I wasn't expecting
It's
that.
a boat. It's a little boat.
Interesting. It smells good. I just don't know if I really want to eat pizza right now.
Yeah, we were expecting breakfast. And we got pizza.
Quite greasy.
That's okay. Not much further. Update time. Update time. It's this time. It is
I don't think that's what my wife said.
12:39 home time. Completely dark out, and we're eating breakfast.
My phone's still on LA time. 9:49.
She's doing her hair. We're tired. We're almost there. Hour 40 away. I don't remember what number of updates this is. I'm very tired. I'm very confused with time.
That was a very long day,
Very long day. So far, we're 29 hours in.
That's how you're counting.
Don't know anymore. Breakfast time. And let me just tell you that this face tells you everything about the coffee. It's definitely not Timmy's. We're in Auckland. Just like that. Now time for
Where do we want to
an
be?
Uber. Getting an Uber. Here's how they do it here. By number and by spot. Well, we made it. It's currently, you can see my breath. Silver Toyota Prius. That's what we're looking for. Uber. I can't see that. I have the camera flipped around, but 7 degrees feels like 7. It's going up to 17 degrees. Feelings like 17 degrees. So there is a fluctuation here.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're tired. We're gonna go to our Airbnb, have a nap and a shower, and then see what we get up to
I
after
don't know
that.
if I could nap now.
With the sun?
But yeah, and like our time,
We have a
it's
whole
like
day to
3 in
go.
the afternoon. I know, but like I feel pretty awake
I
now.
feel like we should rest though. But anyways, we'll
feel
feel like what we get up to is what we get up to. But here we are.
Are you uploading these and editing?
3. No, I'll edit it. It's 3:31 in the afternoon back home. But for us now it's 7:30 in the morning. So your day is ending, depending where you're watching this. Our day is beginning.
And those look like pretty normal squares.
And I'm tired. And she's looking at birds. It's 7 degrees. Feels like 7 degrees. It's really not bad at all. Unlike Canada, 7 degrees is -3. Yeah, you see our breath, but it's not even cold.
It's not really that
I don't know, unzipped. Anyways, we just got out, tired. Catch up soon. Okay. So we made it to our Airbnb in Auckland.
7:45 in the morning.
At 7:45 in the morning.
Which is pretty good to be able to check in that early.
Yeah, that's nice of them. We just met them. Mohammed is his name. And I am tired. My ears are ringing. My balance is a little off from being tired. And I'm gonna have a shower and we might have a nap until like 11. And then we should be able to make it through the rest of the day. Then sleep tonight and be somewhat adjusted. Should be adjusted. That won't be too hard.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep now or not or what, but I'll try.
It'll be nice to lay down. I think that's what that will be. Anyways, so we've made it. We'll have more energy soon. There's fruits.
Yeah, I might need a snack.
You will need a snack.
There's water too.
Yeah, drink all the water. Okay, update 45 done. We have made it to Auckland and it's a funny country. They drive on the wrong side. It's the first try of New Zealand's famous L&T soda. It's like Sprite.
What's next to the Sprite?
Yeah, it's pretty much Sprite. Listen. It's like Sprite, mate. That's great. So here's a British citizen with a British passport having her first sausage roll. It might not be her first, I don't really know, but it's your first in New Zealand. It's your first New Zealand sausage roll. And we also have a meat pie that's coming next. I would like to take a bite. By the way, for folks, it is lunchtime. Lots of onion. They put lots of sausage in it compared to what the British ones I've seen. There's not small sausage.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hollow.
Yeah. This is just a local little bakery we found here called Central Bakery near our Airbnb.
Good.
Very flaky.
Fresh.
Yeah. Good.
I'd say like the prices they seem reasonable because it's like they're cheaper or on par with our prices, but our dollar is better, so it's actually cheaper.
It's actually cheaper, yeah.
So.
Not by a lot, but
yeah.
I mean, like that's a sausage roll. It was $3.50.
Yeah, which is like
for
really
a large. It's bigger than
huge.
It's bigger than our sausage farmers wraps at Timmy's.
Oh yeah, we would not get this for that.
No, and that's like $6.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah. And this mince and cheese meat pie was $5.50, and it's quite hefty too. It's like 1.25 pounds.
I'm just gonna eat this.
Yeah, you're just gonna eat that. I guess I'll get into the pie then. Here, hold that. Oh.
Yep.
Here's what we came for. Here's what I came for. Look at the size of that sucker.
We'll have accomplished what you came for in the first
hour of being
awake.
The mince and cheese pie. I haven't even gotten in.
You just got the flaky crust.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not focusing.
Maybe we just got mince because that just is like meat and gravy.
No cheese? Oh, you're exploding at the back.
Time for you to dig in.
This might be messy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's cheese. I feel like
Yeah,
cheese on
it's like mozzarella instead of.
and that's on my fingers.
Yeah. Very flaky, very full. It's coming out the back. Should eat that like you're looking at a little ice cream.
Texture is very like.
It's very minced.
Yeah.
It's very gravy-esque.
Yeah, gravy. That's very like that kind of textured gravy. Jelly-like.
Gelatin, like, yeah. I mean, this isn't like a known company here this is just a bakery, so there's more to come.
Now, I'm not sure that,
He stalled out. Anyways, back to the action.
I think I like the sausage roll better because I don't think I'm a huge fan of that texture in the middle.
That's okay. I'll eat that.
Like it tastes good, but the texture is not my thing. I'm not like bad with textures either, but I don't know.
That's fine. That's mine then. Okay, airport. So, hi. We have more energy this time. So we got off the plane. We went to get our luggage, and we were
We're talking about the Auckland airport.
Well, yeah.
That makes sense. I thought we were just talking about
LA?
all of them overall.
Well, we kind of skipped over LA.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So I guess we can jump back. So LA, we get off the plane, and she said that she was told that there would be long walk, probably outside, have to go to a different
Delta.
terminal, all that stuff.
Delta sent me an information video about the LA airport because it's so huge, and in that video they're like, yeah, you're gonna land at this terminal, and you're gonna have to go to that terminal, you'll have to go outside, and you'll also have to recheck your bags, even if like you have a connecting flight, like all this stuff. None of it was true.
No, we got off the plane and Ashley says, "Oh, that's where we board the next plane. That was our gate. It was like 100 feet. So we just walked 100 feet with our stuff and then went and found Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, it was a little underwhelming.
Yeah, it was. I
I wanted to walk.
I wanted to walk after 4 hour, 5 hour flight or whatever it was. 4 hour, 4 and a bit. But anyways, so next thing you know, it doesn't take that much longer, and we were on the long haul flight of the 13-hour.
You're not talking about your Philly cheesesteak?
Nah, it was fine, but it wasn't like
Noteworthy.
no.
Oh, that's what we did. We got a Philly cheesesteak.
We got a Philly cheesesteak, and it was like
really skinny.
it was small. You go to Philly and you would get like a Subway sub
Yeah, it was
full
like a long little tube.
and it was good. It was hot, but
Yeah, it was very hot.
It wasn't like
Nothing spectacular.
no. She ate the whole half. And
Well, that's fair.
well, I know, but if it was big, you wouldn't have. And anyways, so
I guess.
I was hungry. So anyways, skip all that. The flight was 12 hours. We were here an hour earlier. But anyways, we get off and we get our baggage here in Auckland, and our bag didn't come for a little while and we got a little bit scared because we had 3 connecting flights. So
And our last experience with it.
our last experience was with Air Canada with a connection, and they said it'll be there from Costa Rica, and it was not. So it was back in Toronto when we ended up in Montreal. So anyways, we were a little bit scared, and then then it finally came, which was nice.
And I took a picture of the tag, and it said Auckland on it, so it definitely was supposed to come.
It was gonna come. It might have been the next day, but it was gonna come. But anyways, so then we take our bag and we go through
Security.
biosecurity. That's just what it was. It's not biohazard. It's biosecurity. And apparently, and that's really big here because they had done all the warnings. Ashley saw the warnings, like scrub your boots if you've been camping and all that stuff. So we did, and her feet were wet, as you saw earlier in the video, with her damp socks on her hands. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we go through biosecurity, and they asked us beforehand, as she was booking the tickets, or just after, or whatever. Anyways, what you're bringing in, and they're very conscious of everything. So like this, like even maple syrup counts. So we put down what we were bringing in. Anyways, and last minute we were just like, oh wait a minute, we didn't eat the beef jerky that we brought. Like we didn't even touch it. So like that's gonna have to be accounted for. So we went up to the guy and we said, hey. It's basically like when you go through customs normally, but this is for biosecurity. So we go up to him and he's like, what are you bringing in? And we're like, oh, okay. And we had beef jerky and maple syrup. And then she's like, and candies. And he's like, okay. And I thought it would be a joke, but apparently not. Those candies are also a real deal.
Serious.
Very serious. So anyway, he says, they have after the row of those people, they have like different little networks. So you go down, like there's four highways you can go down. So he said, go down number 4. So okay, so we went down number 4, ended up at this lady, and this lady was dealing with your meds, which she just said iron. And she was like, oh, okay, no problem. And she scratches it off and says, now you go to number 3, which is on our passport. So now I go to number 3, go all the way back past our guy, and then back down to 3, and end up at this other guy who's going to like open up our bag. And we had to wait there for a while. I imagine if it was like busy that day, that would be terrible. Because there was only like...
just our flight.
Yeah, it was just our flight. And there was only like 3 people in front of us, and it took a long time. Especially when you're anxious because you don't know what's going on. And also because they're threatening everywhere in that area of the baggage claim and everything. They're threatening like you bring even if it's like fully cooked sausages, like pepperettes, $400 fine
If you don't declare
if you
it.
don't declare it and you get caught. Yeah. So we're like, oh, like they're going after everything because if you go from to the States and you bring back stuff that's processed and bagged and sealed, it's no problem. But yeah, here it's like this is the problem. So we're like, uh-oh, what are we gonna be up for? And we finally get up. The guy calls us in and he said, asked what we're declaring, and we said beef jerky and maple syrup. And he said beef jerky, and he pull that out. So we pull it out, and he's looking at it, and he's like, "Well, if there's, I'm just what I'm looking for is if there's any pork, no pork is allowed to come into New Zealand." I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, it's beef jerky." So he's like, "Well, it depends where the beef comes from." Okay, he wasn't that mean, but
No,
like, yeah,
no.
he was like, it depends where the beef comes from. Okay, and looking at it, I'm like, I know it's from the States. It's Jack Link's, but anyways, so yeah, hey, this is from the States, no problem. Okay, and what else do you have? And we're like maple syrup, and he goes, oh, no problem, no problem. So, okay, but yeah, but like,
Did he
yeah,
even say the candies? Like, he didn't even give us time to say any more
no, he
things.
was
He's
just
like,
like,
yeah,
yep,
that's
move
good.
on.
Yeah.
So then we packed everything up again, and then he's like, go to number 2. Oh my goodness, we're gonna see all of these. And we go to number 2, and it was
Just the X-ray.
it was the X-ray scanner. So now is when you get the fine, basically, if there's nothing. And we did also have, what was it? Mom gave us almonds, and that's also so we could have been fined if but we ate most of them. Little baggie of almonds, $400. But anyways, so yeah, we were a little nervous of those things that we would have forgotten that we just threw in when we were tired and.
And they asked about equipment too, and looked at my boots before.
Yes, they looked at your boots, and I said that I scrubbed them, and he liked that. But they were taking people's tents apart. They were doing some chemical stuff on somebody's, like, it looked
Testing.
like a flute case, and the flute case was open, and the lady's doing some she's opening this tester unit something or other, and the
like
guy's looking
tent poles or
shocked, and it could have been tent poles, but like in an aluminum case, but I don't know what it was, but she was doing like legitimate science stuff on this, and we're like, we are doomed. And anyways, because yeah, we're at this point we're so exhausted we can't think of the small things and everything that Mom threw in last minute for snacks for us, which was really nice on the flight. But yeah, we're like, oh no, we're gonna get torn apart. And anyways, so go through the scan. Our
check bag.
Our check bag was the only thing that like made it halfway out and then back into scanner and then back out again, and we're like, oh, and then nobody said anything, and so we continued, and you would think that we gotta talk to somebody who looks at our passport, like customs, regular customs, and they want to look at your passport and your visa and everything, like, because we have a year-long visa, we'd have to explain why we're here. She's in school. I'm just here to work. Whatever.
Make sure we have enough money to leave.
Make sure we have enough money to leave and insurance,
and
right? Medical
support
insurance.
Ourselves and insurance.
Yeah. How much money to support ourselves and whatever. And anyways, right after the scanner, we're just put out into the street. Essentially, we're like, that was it. Where there's all the restaurants. I'm like, we must have missed something, but no, they would have told us to go to somewhere else, and it was just literally after the scanner, grab your bag and walk through the next door, which happened to be. You're out, essentially. We're like,
weird.
Nobody, like, we did get our visa process beforehand and all that stuff to do our working visa and everything, but like most countries, even Cuba, had customs. And so here it's like, don't bring anything that's dirty or made of trees or plants or meat, but you can come in. So that was our airport experience. Then we got an Uber because we were just done with trying to think of bus schedules and whatnot. So
did we talk about the last flight at all?
There was shots of food. Why?
I don't know. Well, they gave us a pillow and blanket, and we got an empty seat beside us, and the row in the middle had only one guy in it. There was nobody sitting directly behind me, so like I didn't feel that reclining. Especially.
No, I did a little bit.
You could stretch out on the empty seat, and
There was somebody
Steal the
behind me.
extra pillow and blanket that were for that seat.
Yeah. No, it was basically a full flight except for our little section was like she didn't have someone beside her. I had window. And then like yeah, there's 4 seats and only one of them was taken in the middle row, which would have been great. It was great for him. He just
He
laid
just
right out
slept
and he was
so
happy.
long.
And then and yeah, right behind us was missing one. Right in front of you was missing one, or in the middle. Yeah, in front of you. And but yeah, I mean
Yeah.
the rest of the plane was
We
full.
were
But
able to fully stretch our legs out.
yeah, so what we did was I looked at a video beforehand, and because we got such a good deal with these flights that we're like, this is we're gonna be at the very back. As Dad would say, we're shoveling coal in the engines because we got a really good cheap deal. Um, but yeah, so I looked at a video beforehand of the plane and the different what do you call those sections or
Right.
classes, different classes, and of course they have like the cabin suite with a full lay down seat and all that stuff, and then the next one was whatever. But I looked at the video of like the one right at the very back and the thin seats that were old and not great, and we're like, oh, that's gonna be our 13-hour flight. This will be good. So mentally, I was like, oh no, we're gonna be cramped and uncomfortable and whatever. But we ended up stopping a whole class before that. We were in Comfort Plus, and like the seats were wider and nice, and you can fully extend your legs out in front, and it was really nice. So.
Yeah.
We like Delta now.
Yeah, we're not sure though, like, because our seats were supposed to be like 52 J and H or whatever, and then we got up to board the plane and they gave us a new boarding ticket, and we were moved up like 20 seats, so I don't know. I guess we could have gotten switched to a higher class through that. I don't know. It worked out though.
Yep. I mean, the plane was full, so I don't know if they just pushed us forward because they needed to make room, or I don't know, but some people didn't show up or something, but somehow we did, and that was really, really nice. So, yep.
Yeah.
Maybe just because she said maybe just because we're from Toronto, so because of that whole incident in the winter, then maybe they're prioritizing us at the moment, but.
Or for carry-on space and stuff.
Yeah, so it was good. Everything worked well, and we're here. And we got to our Airbnb, and the guy was nice enough to let us in well before.
Oh yeah, 7:45 in the morning.
7:45 in the morning, and then they just finished cleaning up or whatever when we walked in. So that was nice. And then tomorrow we take a flight to Christchurch, and that's where the next video starts.
Well, unless we're gonna go see Tawny
tonight. Oh, we're gonna go see Tawny tonight, sure. Maybe that's where the next video starts, but this one will wrap it up. So that was our travel to here video, and then we'll add some stuff maybe after, because we went out and got a meat pie and a sausage roll. It was very good. The sausage roll was anyway. But anyways, okay, that's enough. We got to go out and do something now.
You talked about the water pouch.
I guess that's not enough.
I know, but that's a good story.
It is a good story. I was hoping to avoid it, so not really, but I forgot about it. But yeah, I guess we didn't explain because we kind of just like shot everything. We were tired and not really conscious, but I mean, this was an early flight, but I was super anxious too. So this was from Toronto to Detroit, which is only like a little hop, like
an hour.
An hour, but so I'm putting my gear up in the carry-on stowaway luggage area, overhead area, and Ashley threw her it's a water bottle with a squirt. It's like it's like really thin, but little squirt thing. And anyway, so she throws that full of water on the seat.
Which I knew was like, okay, I need to tell him not to sit on it, because not a good idea to put that on the seat. But I didn't even have time to do that. I just like threw it down, was putting my bag up, and all of a sudden there's water spraying everywhere.
Yeah, so I don't know why I sat down so fast. Either I don't really know why, because you were still standing.
Yeah.
But people were behind me, and maybe I was trying to get out of the way, thinking that they were from that
wasn't
seat.
your seat either. Like, I mean, that was the outside.
Yeah, it was the outside seat. It wasn't mine. It was, yeah, someone ended up sitting there, but no, because it was only two. It was two.
Oh, yeah.
So it was my
Oh,
seat.
it was your seat.
Yeah. But you were supposed to go between me, but I thought someone was trying to get into that seat, I think. So I sat down to get out of their way briefly, just to let them in, because they had already put their overhead stuff up, I think. But they ended up not being in that seat. But anyways.
Which was good.
So, yeah, good. So I sit down, and I look to my left as I see a full stream hitting the other side of the aisle.
My leg is getting wet.
Yeah, and it didn't stop, and I realized that I think this is me. I get off, and half her bottle is now, well, half the bottle's gone, and yeah, it's all over that. So the stewardess comes out of the bathroom, because we're at the very back of the plane. Stewardess comes out of the bathroom and says, "Is there a problem here?" We're like, "Yes, there's water everywhere." So she gives us a mound of napkins, and I'm trying to dry the seat off, again, assuming that these people standing here are from that seat. So I wipe it off as best I can, wipe it off the wall, because I hit the whole side of the wall and everything. And then we get the seat good enough that we sit down to get out of their way. Finally, we're out of their way. And they don't even sit down. They go behind us and take a different seat. So anyway, so now as there's a break in traffic, I'm like, maybe I can grab this little spot because there's someone on the handle, a little bit more on the seat, and then I sit down, and then anyways, these two ladies, I think, sat down beside us, and I don't know if they thought that maybe it was just some extra freshly clean left over, but I look over, and as they're grabbing the seat belt, there's water driplets all over the side of the back, the seat, and on the front of or backs of the seats in front of them that I didn't get because that was behind me when I was wiping. So yeah, they must have thought they just quickly washed everything down, and
No
maybe
one said anything.
no one said anything, and they happened to follow us right to Auckland. So we thought, okay, we'll never see them again. No, those two and the three people ahead of them followed us all. Who saw it all? Yeah, who followed us right to New Zealand. So that was entertaining. But anyways, we're in New Zealand. It was sunny yesterday, but we landed yesterday, but we slept for a bit in the morning, and then we went out for a bit, and we were just 2:00 hit us, and we were toast. So 2:00. Yeah, 2:00 is when we started to feel it, and then
it went away for me.
It went away for you, but I was like a little dazed the rest of the day.
It hit me briefly, but I don't know, because I got like that super sugary iced chai drink at McDonald's, so I don't know if that like supercharged me a little bit.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Not me, and I finished it.
Yeah, it was very excessively sweet.
Yeah, it was.
Not what I was hoping for, but anyway.
Yeah, and we'll get into the food and the looks of the place and everything later. And I mean, we haven't seen all of Auckland. We've seen a small portion that could be a little bit more
its own little thing.
Its own little thing, but
near the airport area.
Yeah, a little bit.
Those always are.
Yeah, so once we get out, I think later today, then we might see more of the town and be able to make the city and make more of a statement. But as of yesterday, we're like, this is very like Central America vibes, but with money.
Yeah.
So anyways, we went to McDonald's because it was like, you can go into like a small shop, like a rundown looking shop or whatever, but like, it's like we didn't feel like talking to people at the moment, so we're like, let's just go to McDonald's. And actually, the patties were a lot bigger than what we have in Canada. But anyways, let's move on. And so that's it for this video. Thanks for following us on this travel portion, and I guess there's more travel coming up as of tomorrow. But at least we're here in New Zealand and we're not zonked. So
yeah, we actually slept pretty well.
Yeah,
it was hard staying up last night, but like we woke up at like a normal time. Like I was up at
just after 7, and you were up maybe closer to 8, but like reasonable.
Away. We kind of laid there for a while, but
Yeah.
yeah, we stayed up till like probably like 9 last night.
Yeah.
And then went to bed. We were gone. So about 3 or 4 in the morning.
3 for me, yeah.
And then I
fell back asleep.
Yeah, I was fully awake and I answered text live from people in Canada, and it was like, I'm going back to sleep. It's 4 a.m. here, and they're like, what? And it's Rose from work. I'm like, yeah, go back to sleep. Anyways, that's enough. Bye.